Properties of glycerol. In this module, we will discuss the properties of glycerol. In the last module, we have discussed the sphingosine and its structure, and the previous from the sphingosine, we have discussed the structure of the glycerol. But in this module, we will discuss the properties of glycerol. This is also popularly known as glycerine, and it is mostly commonly used as in the cosmetic preparations and in the pharmaceutical industry. It has following properties. It is colorless, viscous, oily, liquid with a sweet taste. Acrolein test differentiate this glycerol with the sphingosine. On heating with sulfuric acid or potassium bisulfate, it is dehydrated and it gives a acrolein test or the acrolein product, which has a bad odor, while there is a sweet taste of glycerol and glycerine, but there is not bad odor. अगर हम इसको dehydrate करते हैं by the sulfuric acid or the potassium bisulfate, so it will form a acrolein which is having a bad odor. Used for detection of free glycerol or any compound containing glycerol. तो ये इसकी डिटेक्शन के लिए कि किसी कंपाउंड में glycerol present है या नहीं है, we will perform the acrolein test. This is the state of the reaction which is occurring in the acrolein test, and we can see here that if this glycerol, we have already discussed structure के इसके अंदर 2 3 1 2 3 जो है ना हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप है, 3 कार्बन एटम है और 3 हाइड्रोजन है. Heating with the hydrogen bisulfate, it is dehydrated, water निकल जाएगा, and this acrolein is formed, and this acrolein is having a bad smell or bad odor or a pungent type of smell, which differentiate that this compound is having glycerol rather than any other compound. In contrast to glycerol, sphingosine does not show positive acrolein test. तो acrolein test जो है ये sphingosine को और glycerol को differentiate करने के लिए भी use होता है. Therefore, glycerolipids and sphingolipids can be differentiated on the basis of the acrolein test. Glycerol combines with 3 molecules of nitric acid to form glycerol trinitrate. This glycerol trinitrate is used as an explosive agent, and this is also used as a vasodilator. अब ये थोड़ी सी यहाँ confusion शायद आपको create हो कि why the same product is used as an explosive and as a vasodilator. So the difference between a poison and a drug or a medicine is the dose related. So इसी को अगर बहुत ज़्यादा डोज में हम इसको इकट्ठा करके उसको जलाएंगे तो it will cause an explosion. But इसकी smaller doses जो हैं, these are used as a vasodilator. जो एंजाइना के पेशेंट होते हैं, जो हार्ट अटैक के पेशेंट्स होते हैं, जिसमें कार्डिक पेन होती है, उसमें हम ग्लिसरीन ट्राइनाइट्रेट की टेबलेट्स जो हैं उसको सबलिंगुअली ज़बान के नीचे रख देते हैं और वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता उसके अंदर सबलिंगुअली एब्जॉर्ब होके उसको कन्वर्ट जो है ना, उसका वेजोडाइलेटरी इफेक्ट जो है वो एंजाइना की या हार्ट अटैक की पेन को रिड्यूस कर देता है. सो दिस causes the vasodilatation in whole of the body including the head. जब हेड में भी ये vasodilatation होगी तो it will cause the headache. So there is a term which is known as Monday headaches for the workers which are working in the explosive industry. जब वो संडे की छुट्टी करके आते हैं तो मंडे की सुबह को उनको ये एक्सप्लोसिव इंडस्ट्री में ग्लिसरीन ट्राइनाइट्रेट के वेपर्स की वजह से, उसकी इनहेलेशन की वजह से भी थोड़ी थोड़ी हेडेक होती है जो सबसाइड हो जाती है टू द एंड ऑफ द वीक. दिस इज द synthesis of the glycerol trinitrate or nitroglycerin, which is used as a medicine or as a drug for the patients of the heart attack or for the angina. And this is the structure of the glycerol. 3 nitric acid molecules are attached with 3 of the carbon, and ultimately glycerol trinitrate or nitroglycerin is produced or synthesized. On esterification with fatty acid, it gives monoacyl glycerol, one fatty acid plus glycerol. Glycerol के साथ अगर एक fatty acid carbon atom number 1 पे लगेगा, so this is known as monoacyl glycerol. And this bond is ester bond. If two fatty acids are attached, this is diacyl glycerol, and if three fatty acids are attached on all the three carbons of the glycerol, this is known as triacyl glycerols or tags or TGs. TGs और triacyl glycerols को हम डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे क्योंकि ह्यूमन बॉडी में और डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनिजम्स में इसका रोल जो है फॉर द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ फैट्स इज मोर कॉमन. Gluconeogenic substrate. Glycerol can form dihydroxyacetone phosphate which can convert into glucose or glyceraldehyde phosphate to enter into gluconeogenic pathway. Glycerol जो है वो कन्वर्ट होगी डाइहाइड्रोक्सीएसीटोन फॉस्फेट में और ग्लूकोज एंड अल्टीमेटली ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड 3 फॉस्फेट. ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड 3 फॉस्फेट और डाइहाइड्रोक्सीएसीटोन फॉस्फेट आपस में इंटरकन्वर्टेबल है इन द ग्लाइकोलिसिस and it will form the gluconeogenesis, it will form the glucose. And this reaction is occurring in the opposite direction which we have discussed in the last few modules of the formation of the glycerol or the synthesis of the glycerol. But here is the reverse reaction which we have discussed in the last few modules. उसमें हमने देखा था कि वो रिएक्शन सारा इससे उल्टी तरफ जा रहा था. इस वक्त था सारे का सारा रिएक्शन कि ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड 3 फॉस्फेट से अल्टीमेटली ग्लिसरॉल बन रहा था. बट दिस backward reaction is mostly occurring in the yeast and the bacteria, but in human beings the free glycerol is minimally formed, and this free glycerol is coming from the absorption or degradation of free fatty acids into free fatty acids and glycerol or triacyl glycerol. This glycerol is converted into glycerol 3 phosphate by the glycerol kinase enzyme, and this glycerol 3 phosphate is converted ultimately into dihydroxyacetone phosphate and 3-glyceraldehyde, D-glyceraldehyde 3 phosphate, which are interconvertible, and these are ultimately going into the gluconeogenic pathway and form the glucose.